Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and we're kicking off the Wizards sponsored content creator stream. So, thanks to Wizards. This week I will be the featured content creator. So, Wizards is giving me some codes to give away. So, stay tuned throughout the week. Wednesday, the 18th of December, I'll be doing a pretty much full day stream. Also, we'll be giving out, I got a ton of codes for Throne of Eldraine packs thanks to Wizards. So, I'll give those out then. So the deck today is a green-black Golgari rock style deck that I saw from the 5.0 dumps on MTGO. This was from Kato222. So rock is generally kind of like a mid-range style deck. Think of Jund in Modern, kind of a value grind engine, just like good solid cards that grind out advantage. So this deck here was kind of interesting. Caught my eye because it's playing Karn mainboard. So the main thing with Karn is it shuts off the ability of Oven and food tokens to be sacked for life. It also gives you kind of a wishboard effect to take certain artifacts out of your sideboard. So the base of the deck, you have the Adventure Packages card advantage. So you have Foulmire Knight, Innkeeper, Murderous Rider, Lovestruck Beast. So that kind of gives you your card advantage. Gilded Goose is early ramp. Legion's End is Exile for more of the aggro decks. This is the only card I'm a little questionable on, but we'll see. Might want Assassin's Trophy in here instead. Bonds of Flourishing is card advantage in the deck as well, and life gain, which I'll mention in a sec why the life gain is relevant in this case. Vraska is really good. 3 mana, blow up. 4 mana, blow up anything 3 CMC or less. It's also card advantage again with life gain that all plays into a theme. Karn, for those of you who aren't familiar, static ability of turning off activated abilities of artifacts. You could animate an artifact and it becomes a creature, and then you may choose an artifact from outside the game, so your sideboard, and put it into your hand. So we do have kind of a wishboard style effect. 2 Cavaliers of Knights enters the battlefield, sack something, kill something, and then when it dies, you get to bring back basically any creature in our deck. And it also is a life linker. So the reason we care about life is we are running 3 Bolas's Citadels. So Bolas Citadel makes you play cards off the top of your library, and instead of paying their converted mana cost, you pay life. So all this extra life will be paid in that case. And then it also has the ability to sacrifice 10 permanents, and then each opponent loses 10 life. With Karn, you can also make it a 6/6 attacker, and then 1 Casualties of War main. Mana base wise, pretty standard. I'm gonna play. You know what? I love Castle, so we are going up 2. Castle's such a good card. Sideboard wise, 4 Duress, another Legion's End, 2 Noxious Grasps, Crawl Harpooner versus Flyers, 2 Sorcerer's Spyglass. You can name Nissa. You can name. Oven, there's a whole bunch of cards you can name. Ceratops versus the Flash matchup, another Bolas's Citadel we can fetch, another Casualties, and a Great Henge. So we could basically fetch the Great Henge, Bolas's Citadel, Sorcerer's Spyglass with Karn. I might actually want, instead of the Legion's End, Massacre Girl. So I just downloaded this deck, but I usually like to tweak it a bit. I want a board wipe available somewhere in the 75. And Massacre Girl is usually the go-to with these creature decks to kind of play through that. So we'll run it through. I'll make the tweaks on Aether Hub's deck list. So I think we're on like Gold 2. It's just playing some Flash offline. So let's go ranked. And let's go Green-Black Rock. And take it from there. So I got a bunch of decks that I'm going to be playing throughout the week. All are non-traditional decks in the sense that they're not your normal Simic Flash, whatever it may be. Have an affinity list that I want to play, so artifacts in Boros colors. This hand's kind of bad because we're not getting green on 1. I think we mulligan. Okay, we'll keep this hand. So we can probably put that at the bottom. Let's go Innkeeper on 1. So Tomb could be a couple things. It's likely a Jund Sacrifice deck. Paradise Druid could still be that. So here, I'm just going to take the Foulmire Knight. Foulmire cycles. The one nice thing with the adventure, it's on cast, so even if they counter it, doesn't work. So they'll fight here is my guess. Okay, so we are priced into killing this now. Vivian is a very powerful card. Next turn we can Goose and Murderous Rider. The second one. So this is like a green base stompy list. Just gonna do this. This might entice them to down tick to deal damage. The Death Touch otherwise can trade here. Okay, so they just go attacking wise. Probably take the damage here. Oh, they go Great Henge. And another Druid. Kind of going off. No attacks this turn. So they're cycling through quite a bit. So I'm probably just going to gain the life off this one. I think in conjunction, we might want to move, like take out one of the Bolas's Citadels in the main. 5/5 Questing Beast, can't block it with anything. They could put a counter on it with the Arc Bow, but probably doesn't need it. I'd probably put the counters on these. All out attack, the Citadel's not going to do too much for us at this point. So we're probably dead. Just waiting on the opponent. Seems a bit overkill on this because it already can't block. At least you could push through damage there. So let's block here. I'm going to sack this, and then I might not show them the Citadel. They're less likely to bring in removal for artifacts if they don't see it. Because right now we just look like an Explore deck, or an Adventure deck. Yeah, once they get Henge down, it's really hard for us to catch up. Because that takes us up to 6. We really can't play that much. Legion's End's interesting, but it's probably too late. Because we Legion Ends the Druids, but this alone, we have nothing to block it. So obviously Noxious Grasp here, Spyglass, Henge, Casualties, Massacre Girl coming out, Bolas's Citadel, Shave down 2. Karn's not needed in this matchup. Do we want Spyglass? Like, they likely have Nissa as well. Maybe Hedge. Nah, I think we're okay. Legion's End's actually pretty good in this matchup. They have a lot of small things. Casualties fine. Maybe just shave a goose. Just go like that. The Legion's End should probably be Assassin's Trophy. There's no way to blow up enchantments or artifacts in this deck, which seems wrong. This initial list came from MTGO, so we'll probably tweak it along the way. I don't particularly like the lack of... Like, there should be 2 Thrashing Brontodons. There should probably... 3 Bolas of Citadel is probably too much, especially with Karn. I like having the Great Henge in there, because it's pretty easy with the Great Henge to get it going. I'm waiting on opponent. If there are any lists you want to see this week, let me know. I'm going to be doing quite a long stream. So we'll play first. Keep this hand. So I'm going to go probably Lovestruck first. We really just want to see lands. I'd rather play out Edgewall when it's more likely we can play something after it. Opponent's on a similar plan to us. So take the trade, that's fine. Next turn we just go Lovestruck. We do need a second black source. Okay, we can Vraska to kill theirs. So we're trying a lot of green, but got a black in hand. Triple black on Cavalier is not coming anytime soon. Okay, they go Foulmire. So just play that out. What I can do is I can float mana for a forest and then sack it if need be. Back-to-back Murderous Riders hurts. Okay, castle's great. So castle lets us Murderous Rider depending on what they play. If not, we can casualties them off a land. So I want to keep casualties probably for a bigger value play. Got Legion's End. We're also a black off from drawing cards, which is a little annoying. Probably go up another Fabled Passage in this deck. Some tweaks we'll make after this game. I don't like the Legion's End main. I think there's better removal. I think I'd rather also have Paradise Druid than the Gilded Goose. Okay, so they got to their casualties before ours. That does take us off the block we need. So we'll end up Noxious Grasping this. So find another black source with this. Jeez. Just in case it comes untapped. Oh my god. Because the problem is, like, even Bolas's Citadel doesn't, like, we can't cast it. They have these to catch them up on life. They have Questing Beast. Black Source off the top would be good. Perfect. So target land, target creature. Take them off an Overgrown Tomb. So we might end up just winning because they took a lot of damage early. That's a Legion End target. Also gives us a chance to see what's in their hand. If not... So Edgewall Innkeeper would actually be a really good draw for us. Going like Edgewall, draw a card, Legion's End, this. Not the worst. So this needs to get out of the way. Just play Foulmire. I'm just gonna go value here. I want something to block Questing Beast, so they have Great Henge. And they have Vivian. So they can Questing Beast. Just want to take them off creatures here. Both of these will be good. They do have these two also in adventure mode. Opponents used a lot more clock. If they attack in, I'm taking the trade. They don't. Keep back. Foulmire Knight. It gives him a free block. I guess. You know what? It probably would have made sense too. Actually, that was lethal. They would have been forced to block the Love Struck. That was a punt. Should have been more aware of their life total. Actually, no, because they gained the life there. So here, that, Vivian, just plus on them is probably my guess. Cool. QQ. So here, I'm gonna sack the Lovestruck Beast. Just gain the life. Actually, that was kind of dumb. I'm playing bad. The thing is, I could have double blocked here Can get back Foulmire Knight to the battlefield. Because here they put 2 counters on it. It goes to a 4/5. They also have Henge to gain him life. So that's 9 mana. So they can get this to 4. So that costs 5. Okay, they just go Lovestruck here. They put all the stuff on Lovestruck. Might work out for us. That is a 4/5. Okay, so Murderous Rider is their life gain element. But they can block with thing. I still think we get rid of Murderous Rider here. Vivien could put it on this. They are going to be able to Great Henge and then draw 2 cards. And then these become 3/3 flyers, which we can't block. If we can draw an adventure card, casualties would be solid right now. If we draw an adventure card, we attack both into our opponent. Gain 8 life. Bolas's Citadel is also good here. Yeah. They hit us 10 in the air next turn. Or just a temple. They can fight, so let's just wait. Once they attack... Oh, that's strange. They didn't tap this for mana? Just to gain 2 life? The Vivien seems a lot more of a mirror breaker here. Because we are a big deck, but they're able to go bigger than us. Ay, 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 ay. I think we're dead on this one. This Lovestruck's holding us back from attacking. And then just to, like, throw one away, we get a Lovestruck Beast back, but it doesn't do too much. This can also fight now.
This will be fun to watch.
Massacre Girl would also be good. Wipes our board for us. That's 14. We go up to 14. So yeah, we're dead unless we draw like Casualties or Massacre Girl. Oh my god. That's annoying. So I think this deck was built to beat up on the Oven decks. But let's take a look and tweak this because I'm not too pleased. Instead of bonds, so let's go Paradise, and then cut down here the Great Henge. Legion's End isn't that great, so Adventure. So we can go probably 2 Order of Midnights, a Beanstalk Giant, and then in terms of removal, probably go Assassin's Trophy. I can't spell. So then sideboard wise, we got the Massacre Girl. Or you know what? Let's do Find Finality. And then sideboard wise, we can get rid of the Massacre Girl because we have Find Finality, and then get rid of Crawl Harpooner and play Brontodon. Okay, let's try this one out a bit. So for those who are just joining, it's a green-black rock deck. Some stuff we could fetch. We got Bolas's Citadel as like card advantage. The life gain comes from Great Henge and Vraska and Cavalier Knight. So you have lifelink here. So some elements. So we'll give it a shot. Beanstalks just kind of ramp as another creature. May want 2 Beanstalks. Because I guess with Karn it's just fetching that. So we don't want too many of these. And like Great Henge is better, I think. But let's run this one back. Just going to give Arena a quick reset. Generally when the games go a bit longer. Get a little bit of a memory leak. So I got a few decks for the week. Hey, thanks for the host, Kilodubs. So let's run it through. Might be wrong to just not be playing like a full 4 casualties main. It's probably the best removal in Standard right now. Just dealing with the fact you need artifact, enchantment removal, everything main. And that catches you up. Playing first. Keep this hand. Turn 3 Vraska seems good. Actually, I did want to put in another Fabled Passage into the deck. So, Jund's most likely. Jund Sacrifice. So having the Karn main. So Karn main isn't like you win the game, but it does at least soak up some direct attacks or ping damage, so it stalls them out a bit. May end up trying to, after this one, if it doesn't go well, there is the deck that our opponent just played in the previous game. We can try that one out as well. Okay, so it is Oven. So really wanted to get the Karn down here, or even Vraska to blow up the Oven. Watch our opponent like mainboard Legion's End. So hard cast. Yeah, because Mayhem Devil. If they have land, they could go Mayhem Devil, sack with Gilded Goose to target our Paradise Druid. Okay, Trail of Crumbs, so they're just going the card advantage route. Okay, double oven, which means we go after Trail with Vraska. Yeah, I still think we just go after Trail here. Trail's their card advantage. And then that'll get him to tap with the Gilded Goose to draw a card. We can poke in 3 points of damage. Because I probably want the Foulmire Knight afterwards to draw a card. Just the way our hand's shaping up. Or if with Karn we go get the Great Henge. Can play this out. Okay, so they have Mayhem Devil. And they got Cat. So that targets that. Oh, they just machine gun our board. I could get the idea of what the opponent's trying to do, like what the originator of this deck was trying to do, but this seems fragile. They just take us out, yeah. We're not coming back here. Because the problem is we just lose effectively. We missed a land drop and they're going to take us out there. So in this matchup, casualties. Don't know why that's red. Let's go Spyglass. You can name Oven. Brontodon. So green, they don't have too much. The Karn's fine. That's a catch up. Probably get rid of Foulmire Knight's pretty bad in this matchup. This at least draws cards potentially, and it soaks up a damage. Probably shave 1. Go like that. I think I'm going to play. I like the idea of this deck. I just don't know if it's going to play out. Let me find the other deck list. Let's play first. So I'm just going to probably hardcast Order Midnight. Mythic Champions. Kriska Vartex deck is the other one that we saw. Okay, so we hit our lands. The problem is too now with Murderous Rider. Okay, so they got the cat. Another Vraska's not terrible. They probably don't trade, but I think this has more utility to us. We'll play Kriska Vartex deck after this one. It's a similar concept, but it's the Vivien one. I think it's a bit more powerful. So here we need to target Mayhem Devil. So they do get a sack. Does hurt us there a bit. You know what? Let's go Murderous Rider this turn. Because I want to keep Thing alive. Because they just target down Vraska here. And it hurts us more than it benefits us. We should have attacked first. Missed out on 2 points of damage. They hit us with cat. So next turn it's Vraska, down tick on the oven. If we draw another land, that gets them a card draw. Okay, so Vraska. Yeah, I think we do need to take out oven here. They bring back the cat. If we draw land, we can casualties, take them off red mana. If not, probably... Okay, so they got double Midnight Reaper. It's going to draw them some cards. They can disregard... They get to draw 2, they take 2. With Midnight Reaper, it's going to be a bit tough. Second cat. So the attack means they don't have casualties of war. That doesn't do much for us. Yeah, we're dead if they have any sort of removal. Which at this point I imagine they do. Yep. This deck sucks. Somehow went 5-0, but I don't know what they were playing. Like, that was the matchup I think the deck's supposed to be beating. It just feels clunky. There's too many 6-drops and not enough engine. So we're going to play Chris Kvartek's deck. It's similar theme in a rock style deck. So let me just get this one ready. I think I'm missing a Great Henge. Always defaults to the bad, or like one of the other Duresses every time we sideboard. So I gotta craft a Great Henge. Alright, so to walk this through, this is the deck that we played against the first game. So you have like Rotting Regisaur with the Great Henge. So you do have the adventure package again, but this one's supplemented with the Great Henge. Is pretty much, you're basically trying to get that out. The one thing I do want to change in this deck is add in 1 castle. If you're playing black, you should play castle. Sideboard wise, you got like Duress, Epic Downfall, Crawl Harpooner, Brontodon, Ceratops, and more casualties. So let's run this. This is Golgari Adventure. We can just go ahead and delete this deck. Was not good. And that's why you play out the games. Golgari Adventure. Let's play it out. I actually think that last game we incorrectly didn't play ranked, which actually was beneficial as the deck really stumbled. Arcanist Abe. Let's see if the opponent is on Grixis Fires or if they're just, his hand's awful. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. I think we just do this. He gets an attacker out early if it's flash. You usually want to do this sooner So this might still be Flash. I think we have a better matchup against Ramp. So we can try for Love Struck. Or we can go Rotting Regisaur. In case they have Brazenbor and they Petty Theft us, it's better. Okay, so it's Quench. The only consideration for not doing that... Okay, so this is... Temur Flash? So I'm just going to scry here. Oh, this is Wilderness Reclamation. Yes, please. So unless they have Brazenbor, which they usually only play 2, some lists haven't been playing it at all, they're going to have a very difficult time dealing with Rotting Regisaur. So I'm going to get them to react first. Because even if they Brazenbor this, yeah. I can still cast it with the Great Henge. And that takes it out of their hand. No, yes. So it's really important getting that down. We lose Vivian, but the card advantage that this will generate for us is going to be big. So they escape for the wilds. They'll have a land so they can opt. Mystical Dispute doesn't do anything for us, and they're basically dead here. This also just insulating our life is important. So let's do this in case we draw Vivian. Okay, we'll keep the Murderous Rider for now. They'll sometimes have Niv Mizzet in the deck, so we want an answer for that. This will be a matchup where we want casualties. They'll probably bring in like enchant or artifact removal, so like Return to Nature or something like that. This deck's a lot worse when you don't have Wilderness out. Just like even these on turn 1 and 2 has helped us. They're legendary, so we don't get the bonus per se. I'll cast this. Damage can't be prevented. Because even this gets around fog effects if they're playing any. then through Great Henge it allows you to draw through a lot of cards. Like, I could get the appeal of this Wilderness deck, but I find, like, with just the amount of big creatures, it not having a clean way to control the board. Alright, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, Flame Sweep and copy it. Probably should have attacked then. They gotta double copy it to clean our board. They have another Flame Sweep. Alright. Jaya's Greeting's a weird card. Scorching Dragonfire is much better. So we just want the Brontodons, the Ceratops, Casualties, Duress. Coming out... Murderous Riders aren't that good in this matchup. They're probably still going to try to combo kill us. I'm going to go down one Great Henge. Vivians are still good. Questing Beasts are good. Shave down one Rotting Regisaur. And probably... Like, do I just do Edgewells here? You're 1/1. Probably just the Edgewalls. Because the thing is with Edgewall here, they just get caught up with the sweepers. And at least these are bigger threats that they have to answer. They're on the play, so they'll have counters up, but we hope that the Duresses and the Brontodons could disrupt it. Let's run it like that. At least on the draw. We can bring the Innkeepers in post board when we're on the play. Okay. Because we drew Paradise Druid, I'm going to Duress now. Okay, so we got Wilderness here. So I'm just going to do this with the understanding that they're likely just gonna Aether Gust it. Okay, they go Giant here. A little annoying, but that does let us get Ceratops down. Gets around the Aether Gust. You know what? I probably should have got Henge. Okay, they just concede there. Because with Vivian, you fight it. Henge, they would have bounced a Brazen, so we were probably still right there. Cool. Got a pack of Ravnica. Izoni. It's kind of annoying. You can win these packs of Theros from the event, but you can't crack them yet for the game awards. So let me just exit here, restart the client, and then run one more. So that deck felt a lot smoother than the first one we played. Synergizes a lot better. I love the Great Henge as a deck. As a card. Let's keep. Gonna temple on. Hey Hat Life, thanks for stopping by. Larkin's always good. So with In the Dark without knowing. Okay, so Fervent. Tad annoying here, so no blocks. Paradise. Thanks for the feedback. Always appreciate it. Try as much as possible on the channel. Like, I'm playing a variety of decks. Most of them are like the first time I play them. So explaining my thought process along the way. Okay, so it is Rakdos. They are thematic to their sleeves. Rakdos is less likely to do something like Spectacle. Second Roddy's probably not needed. This turns on the Henge for us. Really just need to worry about Embercleave. We're able to, though, untap and Henge. Yeah, we're going to be in a good spot. So I'm going to actually ditch the Order of Midnight here, I think. Being able to go Great Henge, Foulmire, ooh, for next turn. So they get Embercleave. Oh, I actually can't. I'm going to discard this. So they get Embercleave. So I'm doing this because they can deal more damage this way. So creature, perfect. So Lovestruck. That also soaks up some damage. Just put that tapped. Still like a two-turn clock. So I'd rather just have more to block against Bone Crusher. This has gained us 6 life so far. They're likely a Rotting Regisaur deck as well. Spawn. Creature. Yeah. This is my Questing Beast. They're priced into blocking. Got him. Alright, so this is Rakdos. Exile with CMC 3 mana or greater. Probably want a couple epic downfalls. They have the flyers. But we only saw the one. Actually, Brontodon's not bad as a blocker. Order Midnight could come out. I might... Get rid of the Innkeepers. It's going to be a faster matchup. They don't block well. Do I just want Harpooner? Probably just Harpooner. Harpooner's a 3-2 with the potential to kill a Spawn of Mayhem. There's also Ceratops. Do I want Casualties? Feels like it's too slow on the play. Really, we want to get out a Great Henge. The faster we get out a Great Henge. And if the opponent brings in Duress, there's 7-9 targets for Duress. It's the same for us. Like, us bringing in Duress doesn't make much sense to just get Embercleave. You have the Brontodons, 4 toughness is decent. Okay, well. Got a pretty straightforward plan here. No 1-drop's also good for us. This is a sorcery of note. Okay, Stormfist Crusader. We'll draw some cards. That's nice because we don't have to shock ourselves for the Regisaur. I'm actually going to Epic Downfall this turn. Just play this tapped. And I'm probably going to do Brontodon. Ah, shit. There goes the Great Henge. Ooh, they take Rotting Regisaur. And then they got Spawn. Okay, we got Murderous Rider. I don't want to take the damage. It also takes him off being able to Embercleave. They got Roddy, Too Hottie, and Stormfist. Probably gonna get Embercleaved. See, the problem is I gotta do this. And I can't hold up Paradise Druid either. Oh, they don't have double red. Okay, let's just do a setup turn. Okay, another Epic Downfall's good. Okay, still no double red, so they can't Embercleave us. Would have liked the life gain. Might be dead regardless at this point, because I got a block here. Yeah, Spawn as well. Because I can go Epic on Spawn. Block, but I take 2 off that and then the 4. Not enough. Not enough. Do we want the Ceratops? Like, these are good against even Big Boy. Shave down a Vivian for casualties. Run it back. Yeah. That drill bit turn got us. Because if we untap, we go... Let's keep this. Okay, they got bones. So I'm just going to go Brontodon next turn. It's a decent blocker. Knight. Actually, since they have Knight, I'm just going to Murderous Rider it. Want to see first if they drop like Rotting Regisaur. So Spawn is worse. Okay, so we have Questing Beast. So I can go Questing Beast, attack. Because Questing Beast also holds back this from attacking. And it might also hold back the Knight. If they attack with the Knight, we don't block. If they want to spend their turn pumping, they can. But really just want to untap into Vivian here. Okay, so they have the Rider. Let's just go Murderous Rider here. Probably should have fetched. They could put Spawn into play anyways, so I'm not as like worried about that.
My heart beats in unison with the wild.
So getting rid of this. That's fine. And then just use this as a blocker. They can Embercleave this turn. Okay, they can't Embercleave anymore. I have the option to attack with this, put this up, deals 3 damage. So let's do this. Let's thin out the deck a bit more. And I'm going to hold this up in case they have Embercleave. I want to be able to use that. They'll 6 us this turn at least. Probably going to be priced into attacking with Murderous Rider next turn. Needs some removal. Takes us to 4. And Roddy. Too much flooding. Okay. Gains us some life. But it's probably not enough, because this goes to 10. Goes up to 5. So I do need to attack. Otherwise I'm just dead. I think I'm dead regardless. Henge was a turn too late. Because this goes up to 5. Because of TO's 2. Draw a card. We're not going to get it. We don't have black mana open. And none of our... that's annoying. It's annoying. Turn too late on the rider. They discard, but it doesn't matter. They attack in. Flyers are what did us in there. Let's play one best of one. See how it fares there. So I got a few decks for the week that I want to try out, but we'll run this one through. Keep. Okay, so this is blue flyers, so not really going to interact with our board, but we want to be quick. Okay, let's take the lands. So it's just mono blue tempo or mono or blue white flyers. Could still be blue, like mono blue. So let's play this out first. If they counter it, it does impact how we play out the rest of our turn. Okay, so what we do now, put this back in hand. This looks like mono blue flyers, tempo. Then we have availability of 5 mana next turn, so Order of Midnight draws some cards. This doesn't count to Hypnotic, to Pteramander. Pteramander, however you say it. Okay. So let's start off, see what we draw. Kind of want Lovestruck Beast to resolve. So I'm going to offer, this doesn't have flash, right? Cool. You want to trade for the edge wall? You don't. Either way, we get a card draw here. Opponents also miss some line drops. Come on. Okay, so now I want to bait a counter out if they have it. Because next turn... Okay, cool. Yeah, the Sabotage. Next turn I could go Rotting Regisaur and drop the Great Henge down. Opponent's trying to dig for lands. They find it. Ooh. That is a good card. Start by attacking. Again, if they want to trade for the edge wall. I think we run this out because this has haste. This might be a more immediate threat that they think. Okay. Results. I also don't understand why auto tapper tapped that way. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so they sabotage the Great Henge. That's fine. So they can adapt one of these for 5. They have Brazen Borer, they've been... So this might be that they have Brazen Borer in hand, because like Brazen Borer versus Rotting Regisaur is very good. And we have Castle out with... Opponent's shown Quench, so we do want to play around it. This does mean they could... Oh, they don't. Okay. Even if they bounce either of these, I don't have enough mana to cast them. Could be like on summon, perhaps. Brineborn. Okay, and they have Brazen. So they can adapt either of these Terramanders, but that's 4 mana. Unsummon or another Brazen... Actually, Unsummon's probably the best. They can just choose to adapt and block. They're going aggressive. I have 5 mana anyways. So I think we just continue to turn things sideways. Brazen Borer could come down, block the Order of Midnight. Okay, so they do have the Unsummon. Kind of regret attacking with this now. Oh, we're dead. 3 to adapt here, that's 5. Oh, we're dead. They out-tempoed us. So let's see that they spot it. Yeah, they see it. Opponent got us. Shouldn't have lost to that deck, but lost to that deck. Little sloppy. Let's run one more. Kind of just been consistent this season. Always like 50% win. I end up finishing pretty much the same each time. So I'm just gonna Love Struck Beast here. This deck has a notable weakness to flyers. Where's like the dummy Gruul decks where my creatures can just block for days? Oh, there we go. Found us the dummy decks. It's aggressive by the opponent, so I'm gonna take it this turn. That's good. Gives us another blocker. The Death Touch on Foulmire Knights also very relevant. So let's play out another one. Okay, so they can Embercleave. Probably looks like an Embercleave. I take 5, so let's do it like that. Yeah. That trades with Pelt Collector. So I just want to put damage on them. This turn, whatever they equipped is going to get Murderous Ridered. Spellbreaker will just block with Foulmire Knight, take 2 damage. Okay, so they have Robber. Hopefully they go for the equipped. It's fine. It's interesting. What'd they get? They got a land. So I actually don't want this out. Get rid of that. Pelty gets a counter. That lets us hit for 5. Go for blocks. Pretty much have this game locked up, so I'm just going to hold up the other Murderous Rider. We take out their board. Because they're basically gonna have to go. Like, even that turn, they went defensive. Okay. You got Bone Crusher. So I'm just gonna do this to get back Foulmire. So the one thing is this does make us lose 4 life. Oh, that's good. That is good. I would love a Foulmire Knight. Actually, I could have probably got Questing Beast, but this draws us a card. Gets us the land for turn, draws us a card. Have the Great Henge for the following turn. So Xurta's Haste. Cool, got him. Because they're 1 line short from Spellbreaker, Haste, Embercleave, which wins. So they needed the 2 to actually get it done. Alright, been going for about an hour and a half. I'm going to wrap this one up. Played a couple variations of green-black, kind of rock mid-range. So if you missed any part, I will upload this to my YouTube channel. Do tune in later this week. I will have some giveaways thanks to Magic and Arena. So I'll have some promo codes. So Wednesday I will be streaming all day, the 18th, and then I'll be giving away the codes there. Thanks again, Magic, for the sponsor. Have a great week, everyone, and thanks for stopping by.